Hi, thank you guys. What Kevin didn't say is that the burn time readings are also a benefit to give scholarships to writers, and I was fortunate enough, so thank you to Melanie and to everyone here to have the last And I just want you guys to all know that what that did for me was pulled this really slow novel back off the shelf after about 5 months. So this is a small piece of it. I picked it because it's a piece I want to read, and also because it doesn't take very much setup. So this is a moment. The narrator's at a concert, and it's raining really hard. It's an electrical storm. They're outside, and this is just a moment, mostly in her head, and she's tripping. I took Larry by the hand and started downhill. My feet slid on the grass, picking up speed as we went. But I kept hold of him, and I kept my balance, and I kept going till we were past the Greenpeace table where I was supposed to hook up with Leah in October between bands, and past the wharf rats working their 12 steps under a tarp, past the spinners spinning at the back of the crowd. We followed the hill down along a mud-filled path to where it flattened out, and there was nothing but dancing all around. Mud came up thick under my sandal straps, between my toes, all along the bottoms of my feet. Traffic stopped playing early, and the rain went on just as hard. And up on stage, the crew hooked cables together and tuned guitars and switched out drum kits. It was all covered up there, everything grounded, rain or shine, just like the ticket said. "It's too wet to get stoned," the guy behind me said. "I'm afraid to pull my pot out." When the Dead walked on stage, it still looked like the rain might never let up. Lightning laid down in one strike after another, closer and closer, and the crowd went off like a crowd in a storm when a band walks on stage. What they played and where they stood and how far from the stage we were, none of it much matters. It was just music. Either you already know it better than I can tell, or you'll thank me for not going on about it. I was never an evangelist anyway. Doesn't matter to me if you thought Jerry Garcia was God's latest messenger boy sent down with a 6 string, or if you'd sooner listen to a cat puking up hairballs all night and hear half a dead tune. Let's just say they were wearing what they wore and playing what they played, and inside my skin the music felt how music you love feels. Jazz, punk, metal, country, hip-hop, classical, it doesn't matter. What I loved about the Grateful Dead is the same thing everyone loves about the music they love. On a good night, it could take me out past who I was. And it was a good night. My sandals were soaked through, so muddy the Velcro couldn't hold. The straps flapped apart and I stepped barefoot into the mud and danced, and Larry danced with me. And everyone around us danced too, arms and legs all over the place. My feet sunk into the earth a little more with every step. Hell yeah, I loved a rain show. Electricity came ripping down from the sky and pitching back up right just as hard. Energy volleying from the stage to the crowd, back and forth, biggering and biggering. We were smack in it. Get inside a good rainstorm, and there's not a thing to do but pray the lightning keeps its distance. Hope some twister doesn't spin by and suck you up to Oz. A storm reminds you. We can chart the weather and map the stars, shoot our super Hubble telescopes into skies out past the sky to see what we can see, and all that we can see, and as far as we can see, and still, all we know for certain is we're out here floating around, and we don't have the fuckingest clue what. But ain't it beautiful? The world was flat, and Magellan kept on sailing. The sun revolved around the Earth, then Galileo flipped the orbits. Every small discovery rewrites our reality. 1,000 years of formula and feedback can't tell a thing we don't already feel in a single flash of lightning or the green sky calm coming in after a tornado. The best you can do is dance in the rain. And I danced and danced, my feet in the mud and my head in the sky, earth all over me. Thanks.